Hello folks, John from Ija here, and we're gonna talk about planning the route for the Pedal for Progress ride. Planning a route like this is part adventure, part obsession, and a lot of Google Street View. I am riding my bike to Washington, D.C. with my dad. We are raising funds for the Transgender Law Center and the National Parks Conservation Association. Maybe you've heard about this already. Thank you for donating if you have. Thank you for sharing. We are very close to our goal of $5,000 as of this recording, just $750 away. I'm getting ready to put a stretch goal up. I'm thinking $10,000 or something. So we'll see once we get to 5,000 if we can extend it. But if you're watching this now, the link is still up. You can check it out in the YouTube description below. First things first, 5 days. Why 5 days? Well, it's 500 miles and I'm meeting my wife in Washington, D.C. at the end of the route. We had that trip already planned and I was sort of threw out there, hey, let me ride my bike there. And so I just kind of went backwards from that. So it's going to be 500 miles. I figured I could do it in 5 days. It's sort of a time thing too. Didn't really want to spend 6 or 7 days, just like didn't have that sort of amount of time in my schedule. So we're looking at like a lot of back roads. We're looking at a lot of like bike paths, canal paths, old cow paths, and stuff like that as much as possible. We're talking back roads, like I mentioned, obviously no highways, food stops, bike shops I have marked, safe crossings, averaging about 100 miles a day. I built all the routes on Strava, sort of checking elevation, looking at heat maps, trying to make it as short as possible. I think the whole route is going to end up being about 513 or 515 miles. I've been shaving off some miles here or there. The last time I checked, it was 525 miles. And then, like I said, going through that and then like looking at certain roads, there are certain heat maps in areas that like, I don't know, I wouldn't really ride on. There will be a video of like the full ride, but really, let's just talk about the route. So if you don't know, right, it's called Pedal for Progress. So here's day one, Pedal for Progress, day one. We've got 113.6 miles, 6,442 feet of climbing. This is all, of course, according to Strava, like I said. It says it should take us anywhere between 8 hours and 4 minutes and 11 hours and 23 minutes. I'm hoping for about 10-hour-ish days out on the bike, including stops, maybe a little bit longer if we stop longer for lunch and stuff, but that feels about right. Leaving like 14 hours for sleeping and getting sorted and getting in and out of hotels and all that sort of stuff. A little bit hilly. If we look at the total elevation profile, it looks like a lot of rolling sort of stuff. Might be something a little bit steeper around mile 90 or so. It's a mix of back roads, gravel roads, some of the airline trail through Connecticut. I've probably ridden the first, I'd say almost half of this route, maybe not even quite half, maybe the first third. We're going to Southbury, Connecticut, and it should be nice. A little bit of the airline trail, 114 miles, some great pictures on here. So that is what day one looks like. Let's take a look at day two. Day two, a little bit shorter than day one. This is V3 of this route, pretty dialed, 93.3 miles, 5,922 feet of climbing. It's saying anywhere between 4 hours and 50 minutes and 6 hours and 50 minutes. Those estimates are sort of all over the place. This one will be fun. We finish the rest of Connecticut, from Southbury over to Danbury and like over to basically like the Tappan Zee area, like north of Manhattan and stuff. We catch New York there, come down that side of that body of water, and then cross over at the Cuomo Bridge, which is like right near Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow. And then once we get over, it's quickly into New Jersey, and we're staying over by Ramsey, New Jersey. For night two, some areas I'm familiar with just from like visiting, but never on my bike. Some nice rail trail, gravel roads over by Danbury and all that stuff. This should be fun. I'm really looking forward to crossing that bridge. The Cuomo Bridge is like a 12-foot wide bike lane, so looking forward to that. This is a great way to pass the trainer time. I'm already 7.5 minutes in. Just really trying to keep it easy this week. Keep the legs turning over, keep that endurance engine going, but it's like a taper week, essentially, So day three starts in Ramsey, New Jersey, 96.93 miles. Let's call it 97. This day, though, only 2,264 feet of climbing. Basically goes the length of New Jersey, like upper New Jersey, kind of like right along some foothills. So like I said, we start in Ramsey. We stay like west of Patterson. I'm talking about these areas like I know what they are, but I really don't. Bernardsville, Plainfield, Bridgewater Township. Big part of this route is on the Delaware Raritan Trail. It's like an old cow path, canal trail, a mix of like, some light crushed gravel, some cobblestones. I will be riding my gravel bike with, I think they're 40s. Pretty slick, some Schwalbe G1 Pro RS, mostly slick, a little bit of file tread in the middle, a little bit of extra gnar on the outside, just, keep it rolling over. My dad is riding his soloist. He's got some Terravale ramparts on there, so a little bit of file tread on them. So yeah, this would be cool. The last half of it, if you look at the elevation profile, where it gets really flat around mile, I don't know, 55, 58 or so, just before mile 60, it looks like. That all rest of that is on that cow path. Weather's looking pretty good too. We might have some overcast, maybe some little bit drizzles of rain on all these days, but all in all, it doesn't look that bad. This would be the middle day, so making sure that our legs are fresh enough for the next 2 days. Let's look at day 4, which is the longest day, miles-wise at least. 114 miles, 5,103 feet of climbing. This will be a fun one. We go through Philly. We're going to go sort of across the north part of Philadelphia and then down on the Schuylkill River Trail on the east side of the river. And then we sort of touch the top of Delaware a little bit over by like just north of Wilmington, and then over into Aberdeen, Maryland is where we're staying. So that's the last night, day 4, the 4th night of the trip. And that brings us to day 5. This is the one that brings us into DC, 91.86 miles, just under 5,000 feet of climbing, 4,748. It says somewhere between 4 hours and 46 minutes, 6 hours and 43 minutes. This will be nice. This is the day we get into the city, so no more riding after that. So, you know, who knows? I'm sure we won't have too much extra in the tank, but we'll definitely be able to push in a way that we're not looking forward to riding more the next day. So that'll be nice. The end of it is on this really nice, like, Anacostia River Trail, which like comes down like the south east side of Washington, D.C. Gonna go right through the National Mall and over to the hotel. So yeah, that's how it pans out. This is, you know, probably one of the most challenging routes I've ever done. Probably the most challenging route I've ever ridden, or route I've had to make. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks to everyone who has donated so far or has shared. If you can't afford to donate, please tell your friends about it. Share the link, share the reels on Instagram. But yeah, thanks for all the support. It's been a lot of fun. There's a write-up in MOTIF magazine, which is just online right now, but after the trip, might be like a follow-up interview in their print edition, so keep a lookout for that. I did also reach out to the 2 Rhode Island senators, Jack Reed and Sheldon Whitehouse. They have not gotten back to me yet, but I did sort of tell them what my plan was and what my views were politically, you know, and how I think that they need to be fighting against the current administration as much as we can, right? Those are actually people who can get things done, but you as an individual can always call your senators, tell them you think they're supporting the right things, tell them you think they need to be harsher on certain things, and I like to hear from their constituents. So yeah, that's the route. 5 days, about 515 miles, give or take. We're 4 days away. You can still donate. Please check out the links below if you can. I'll throw the QR code up on the screen right now. Boom. You can follow us on Instagram at It's Just a Hill with underscores in between. You can see that all at itsjustahill.com. My Strava profile, follow along. We're going to be posting videos. We're going to be shooting on the GoPro the whole time, so there'll be a long vlog after. Feels good now that it's all mapped out. I have all the stops laid out, like all the potential stops, definitely more than enough. But really the most important thing here is the cause. National Parks Conservation Association, Transgender Law Center, trying to raise $5,000. You as the donor get to decide what that goes to. If you want all of the money to go to one cause or the other, if you want a tip, if you don't want a tip, if you don't want to pay the fees. That's what I think was good about pledge.to is they will cover the fees if you as the donator you as the donator. They will cover the fees if you as the donor don't want to pay any extra. So if you just want to donate $20, you can donate $20. $20 will come out of your account. $10 will go to one, $10 will go to the other, $20 can go to both. It's your decision. You can check out the link. Here's the QR code again. Follow along. I'm hoping to have fun. I'm very excited about it, and I cannot wait to see the look on Donald Trump's face when he sees all the money that we raised.